We are back, but first things first, let's welcome Megan back to the crew.
What?
The show got a fresh estrogen shot, and we are glad to have her because we are as valuable as the podcasters here. So, Megan, how are you?
I'm so happy to be back. So happy to be talking to you guys. It's been way too long.
Almost a year. Like we were talking about, you. I was in my apartment last time you were on, and that was coming up to a year in about 30 days. So we are glad you are back, and we're just going to jump into it, right? Because everyone here seen Deadpool. Jay has not. Jay, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Hanging in there. You can hear the toddler in the background.
Yeah, he just gave
shenanigans.
He just gave us the greeting. Tell him
right.
Hello.
Say hi, Ryan. Come here.
Hey.
Come here. Say hi.
I have a daughter a couple months younger than you. Older than you.
Say hi. Oh, goodness.
Oh, wow.
I guess that's...
he's that's scary because it's close to bedtime. Like, you got to throw it down.
He's turning up.
Yeah.
He took a long nap, so...
that's on you, man. You're going to have to put something on to calm him down.
He was so peaceful, I didn't want to wake him up. And now you see, like, he's pulling my chair down.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you podcasting now. Let me wake up.
All right, O'Brien.
This is like in the background, like right. Oh man, Robert, what's going on?
Not too much on my end.
No. Where's your cat? He was a part of, or she? I can't remember. Was the dog? Wait, no, you can't pass. Sorry.
Yeah, the cat passed.
The dog. It was the dog. Yeah.
The dog is sleeping in the bed over there. Tuckered himself out, so he'll be quiet hopefully for a while.
All right. That's good.
Unless he starts snoring, he'll probably start snoring.
My cat snores too. Like he needs like he has sleep apnea. Excuse me, the new cat.
Mine's just a dog. It's a built-in
your
feature.
cat has sleep apnea? That's
well, that's what it sounds like. Normally,
mask on the cat. Yeah, put a CPAP machine on him.
It's like one of those things. Like if you have like pets and like you're at night and you're sitting there watching and you hear snoring and you're like, "Who was in the house?" And you just look there. It's the cat, and this kitten sleeps so soundly, like arms and like on his back. So like he's out. But yeah, she is allowed snoring.
She they?
No, she's a she. She's a she. We're gonna simplify it here. Mike, what's going on, sir?
Ain't nothing. What's going on?
We are glad. Nothing much. We all fresh out the movies, and
fresh off the couch. I was asleep.
Yeah, well, that was the fear, man. That was the fear. I'm like, he's unresponsive, and
I don't have any toddlers or kittens, so it's just me. I don't have nothing.
So what do your kids do on Friday night? They just They go in their rooms and disappear, or
be teenagers on whatever devices they're on, whatever platform they're playing on. Just my son turned 21 today, and my plan was to take him to the strip club, and he didn't want to go. He was scared.
He was scared of the strip club.
He was scared of the strip club, bro. He was like, "No, I'm not ready for that, Dad. That's these new kids."
He's like, Dad, I don't want to take you taking me.
Maybe that's what it is. He didn't want his dad to take him because I was ready.
Well, his mom got in his ear, like painted a bad picture.
Yeah, I believe so, but she won't admit it. But I was ready to take him.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
You got a pocket full of money for his birthday too? Oh, I was ready.
Sound like you wanted to go. Like
I did want to go.
I gave him 100 singles for his birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Mike is disappointed. All right, we're all just going to get into it. Deadpool and is it Deadpool and Wolverine? Is that what it's called officially?
Yeah.
Officially? All right. So right off the bat, well, Megan, ladies first. We can use that term. Ladies first, what did you think?
In the last year, I have been, let's just say, extremely disappointed with everything I have watched, for the most part. Like, every movie I've watched has been, like, I've had pretty mediocre expectations of things. Rebel Moon literally broke my spirit. So going into this, I was really hoping it would be okay, and I left going, this is a Deadpool movie. Like, being as good as the last two movies. So I was very satisfied with it. Definitely liked the cameos. I know you guys know I love Gambit, and I was very disappointed when the movie kept getting delayed, and then canceled. And the first bit of Channing Tatum's thing, or his cameo, I was like, oh no, I would have hated it. And then the second part, I was like, oh man, I wish we had it. But yeah, so I was very happy with the results of everything, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. Robert, thoughts?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed most of it. I think some of the jokes kind of fell a little flat if you're not paying attention to, the last 20 years of everything X-Men, everything that's been going on between Disney and Fox, and the personal lives of every actor in this movie, because the fourth wall breaks go pretty deep. It was nice how freely they felt taking shots at Disney, though, left and right. So that was funny. But overall, I thought the action was good. The cameos are great. Like, it was just a nonstop parade of cameos for the whole thing. But they at least respected the cameos. They didn't pull Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness and just kill them off horribly. Like they're stupid. And they did it a lot better than the Flash did, where you brought back some older actors and they just look fucking terrible with the really bad CG. I think that this one did it better. It did remind me of the Flash, like some of the ways some of the stuff came up, just bringing in old properties or properties that weren't even made just so they could do it. But overall, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that this movie feels more like a Guardians of the Galaxy self-contained story than it does anything affecting the overall MCU. Because in my opinion, he's not in the MCU.
He's not Marvel Jesus?
He is Marvel Universe 10,005's Jesus, but not 616 Jesus.
That was you hinted on a couple things. Like, when I left, I'm like, this might have been the best multiverse movie, even though he pretty much told them like this is over. Like, this was a horrible phase for you guys.
He said, everybody fucking hates the multiverse.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah. Mike,
what's up,
sir? What did you think? Old Logan and Wade team up.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. Honestly, I thought some of the jokes went too far and too long. It's like they were just cussing and making these gay jokes for the hell of it. It was just, to me, it just got that. I got tired of that real quick. I really did. Like, the first for a movie to have like people I don't really like at all. I'm not a Ryan Reynolds fan at all. I'm not a Deadpool fan at all. I'm not a Wolverine fan, and it's like, I love the movie. Don't make it wrong, but like I say, except for the stuff, some of the jokes went a little long. I did like seeing a lot of. I love the movie again, but yeah, that's my only real complaint. The jokes went a little long, but I still recommend it to anybody. But yeah, that's really well. That's not all I got to say, but I like seeing. Are we talking about what we liked it? What are we doing? Just hitting?
Yeah, let's talk about the movie. Yeah,
I like seeing the 5'3" Wolverine. I thought. for years, I'm like, that's not how tall Wolverine is. Da, 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 da. And then when you see, like, yeah, okay, I can see why they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Good choice, guys.
That shit was funny.
I enjoyed that. The cameos were great. Cassandra Nova was cool. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's like, "Who's this?" I know, but I really don't know. And I've been reading comics forever. And I'm trying to explain Cassandra Nova is still confusing to me. So I'm gonna go with whatever reason they used. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like Megan, I love seeing Channing Tatum. She was asking questions about that. So I'll tell you when we get out. Just shut up. I'll tell you when we get out. But it was definitely a great movie. It's like, again, it's just the jokes. It just felt like we can say the F-bomb. Let's just do it. And I got tired of that real quick.
The Johnny Storm.
Oh, I love that one.
That was
a great fake out.
How many of you guys were expecting him to say "Flame on"? I wasn't.
Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
That was the best double fake in the movie, I think.
Definitely.
It was.
Especially since you saw a Cap
a helmet and a shield. Yeah.
in the background at one point.
And his sleeve looked like it was
20th Century Fox side.
Yeah, his sleeve looked like it had red, white, and blue under the cloak when he jumped down.
Did.
So
it's funny, like I felt like you at one point, Mike. I was like, "When is this movie going to end?" And right when I was thinking that, he said it, like, "We're almost there, guys." And I was like, "Jesus Christ!" But
yeah, because all the other Deadpools are only like an hour and a half, right? And this one went well over 2.
Yeah.
I like his movies, and Ryan Reynolds. I do like Ryan Reynolds. I do not go out of my way to watch his movies, but when I do see him in movies, I like Ryan Reynolds. I hope this movie was so different from what they have been doing the last 3 years with all the the shit that we always complain about. Like I hope they make millions of dollars with all the F-bombs and dirty jokes because like you don't need
I don't want to get canceled.
Yeah, you don't need to do what you've been doing. And I didn't think it was a great movie. I thought it was entertaining. If there's a difference,
that's fair.
Like I right off the bat, him dancing to the NSYNC, like I was laughing.
Dude, the desecration of Logan's body was so
funny. I
funny.
love that scene.
I was crying laughing at that.
Yeah.
My question is, did he do the dance, or did they hire a professional
dancer
dancer to do it, or did they do both?
Yeah,
he probably did.
He was in it. He was in it.
He was dancing a little too solid with those arm hits
it was
for bye
the whole song too. It's the whole song.
I'm like, wow, that's
great.
impressive.
So like he put her head down by that part. She was like, "It's too bloody." You put her head down. Like, this is a Deadpool movie, and she's down like this.
Yeah. Like I came home and told my wife, I'm like, he's just a silly man, but it was very entertaining. The story was as strong as it needed to be. I have no complaints. I hope it makes so much fucking money. I really do.
Yeah.
I also appreciate the fact that in the very beginning they talk about Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't beat around the bush. They don't pretend like it didn't happen. Like the movie didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
They like right up front and were like, "Why did he die?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and once again, so the other realization,
like, he's not dead.
The other realization, Terrence called me out for this. Like, I do like mutants on TV more than on big screen I do in books. But then as I was watching, I was like, maybe I don't hate them, and I just hate Cyclops. Like, and that was really my realization. I was like, I don't like really have like a big, like, I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't hate these. I love Hugh and I love Wolverine, and I have interest in reading their stuff. But this is like. And then Mike posted that picture. I was like, yeah, I do hate Cyclops. Just maybe I'm just good with the rest of the mutants.
Is it Cyclops? Or is it James Marsden?
No, it's Cyclops. It has nothing to do with any movie.
It doesn't matter which way, with comic, whatever. It's Cyclops.
It's one of these things where like I don't think the character is corny or whatever. Like, it's funny because Randy Green called me out of nowhere the other day, told me about some place where he got toys at a really good price. But I was telling him. We was talking about X-Men, and I was like, I can't like give him too much props. And because I end up I didn't want to do it in front of Mike. He's like, "Oh, y'all still doing that?" And he's like, I was like, "Yeah, it's like politics, man. It's like there's nothing wrong with the character as it's written, but I have problems with him like within that universe. I don't agree with. I just don't." He's like, "That's cool. I get it." But yeah, I was like, mutants on TV or anything, if they're not Cyclops, I'm fine. It's not based on anything that I've seen on screen. I still don't think Cyclops has had any impact in movie wise. He's not really been done to his Marvel counterpart. But back to the movie. That was one of my realizations. And the other thing, looking at that, because I stayed in after credits, and it was really like a nice little, I don't know, like dedication.
Memorial service.
Yeah,
it's like a sunsetting, basically.
Yeah. And I was thinking back with the 20th century movies, the Fox movies. I'm like, were they that bad, or that was all we had at one point? All of them, though.
The first
they didn't
X-Men were
suck.
good.
They had some
the first
bad,
one was terrible.
Well, I know you don't like those movies, Jay.
Oh yeah.
Nah, but
First Class. I'll give First
they were
Class a
great
pass,
movies.
except for Darwin. That Darwin
That was some dumb
some
shit.
bullshit.
Yeah.
So hold on. So we know Elektra was bad. Now, was Daredevil? Was that looking back on that? Is that
Bullseye?
I like Bullseye. I like the.
I think it was a good movie. I think Daredevil was good. I think the only thing wrong with Daredevil was he needed to keep his collar buttoned up. When his collar came open, he looked corny as hell to me in that uniform.
Okay.
But other than that, I thought it was a decent movie. Just like I thought Green Lantern was a decent movie. I didn't hate that movie.
I
think they needed to find a footing, but I didn't hate either one of them.
Did I hate Green Lantern? I don't know.
I did. I
just liked it. I don't know if I hated it.
It's you want to know because I didn't like. Was it Hammond? Who was the villain?
Hector Hammond. Yeah,
I think the worst villain they could have picked.
There's no point in having him in there.
Yeah, I'm like, this is awful. The Fantastic Four. Yeah, and they were trying to set something up that was going to take time, and I
thought Mark Strong
like
would have been a good Sinestro too.
I think the first two were great. I don't think they needed to be recasted and rebooted. I thought they were doing all right. I was one of the few who didn't hate the Galactus Cloud thing. I didn't hate that.
Galactus Cloud. No. How are you gonna have Galactus be a cosmic fart?
And I saw it being setting up as we weren't going to get him right now. I thought he would be in the third movie. That's the way I got it. I didn't think we'd get him, soon. I thought we got enough for what we needed him to be, but I never expected to see him fully.
Yeah, So it was a nice little review of those movies that they had, and where we've come. Like some of those movies, I don't know. Like maybe I would have watched those instead of those Phase 4 movies. I don't know. Like if you had. Go ahead. The
disappointment level is just so insane in the last couple of years when it comes to...
you're right. And, in the time since you were last on, like that's really what we have been harping on. It's just disappointment. Jay has expressed those disappointment in Star Wars. Like he canceled his Disney Plus, I think.
Trying to convince Steven to
Yep, sure did.
Only thing we want is Bluey, and we've got the DVDs, so...
Yeah.
That's the only thing we watch on there is Bluey.
D Plus is out of here.
Yeah, and it's Star Wars, Marvel, the TV shows. Like it's just been a lot of disappointment, and I think it was either Mike or Rob. You mentioned how easy it was for them in this story to put some of the multiverse stuff in without it seemingly being crammed in there. They used the TVA who had been there. I don't know when that first season of Loki came out, but that was a good tool to explain some of the multiverse stuff. And Marvel, well, I'm saying Marvel X is separate, but that whole phase, no one used them to that end. They were there the whole time, and Deadpool made a good use of them, and they were able to jump all over. It just made enough sense where the story holds up, and it got you through to the end. Did
Did you happen to notice anything about that sling ring? It had the time and reality stones attached to it.
Really?
I saw the ring. It was, okay.
I saw. Yeah, I didn't know what was in there, but yeah,
that's how they were able to just teleport wherever they wanted with a sling ring.
Who do you think was the student? You think it was what's his name? Ned? Is that the student you think he got the ring from? He said he got it.
Did they say they killed the guy who had it?
And wore his skin around for like 4 days.
Right.
I was wondering why she said that. Like if it was a clue. Bald. I don't know. I don't like if it wasn't it.
I think it just implied it was a variant of Doctor Strange, probably.
Oh, okay. Well, they're pretty much useless anyway. Yeah. So overall grades here start with the lady of the house right now.
A.
Oh, hey. Okay.
Giving it an A.
Mike.
Give it 95.
95.
I'd go with the exact grade Megan is giving 95 A. I really would. And that's like I say, that was for people I hate. That was great.
That is a lot. And you didn't even complain about the time. I complained about the time.
Man, I almost pissed on myself. I almost put my name. I'm so tired of those end credit scenes. I'm so tired of all that shit.
Listen, I kept turning to Steven and be like, I really have to use the bathroom. And then he's like, we're over
you got those big popcorn
I'm like, okay, I can hold it.
I almost used the cup, man.
I can hold it.
I had to hold it, but I enjoyed it. Real quick, I'm going to tell you what really I got tired of. I got tired of the Wolverine battle pose. Oh, I got tired of that shit. Every time he got ready to fight, he had to do the little sexy Wolverine pose, like throw his claws out. Come on, man.
When his shirt blew off.
He did that shit a lot. I was so tired of that by the time. Oh, I got so tired of that. But what's your grade, Rob?
I was going to give it an 85, but I'll give it a 90 just because of the Henry Cavill Wolverine.
That was the
yeah.
Poor Henry.
I was a little disappointed they didn't do the Daniel Radcliffe Wolverine because they were like hinting at it, and I thought he was going to be the short king one.
Yeah,
that would have worked.
That would have been good. Yeah, and I'm also glad that there wasn't the rumored Taylor Swift Dazzler in the movie too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I need that.
You know what? There probably is, but they probably took it out because they know people are kind of sick of her, and they didn't want to. I feel like that's something they'd be like, you know what? Let's take her out.
I'll give it a 90. I thought it was their best movie since Guardians 3, but not as good as that. But I wish them all the luck, like just to break this mold of what they think how these movies should be. Like, I'm glad for all the violence, all the cursing, all the inappropriate jokes. Because that's the only thing these people understand is money. And like once they see that this has made the most money since I don't know what. Oh, maybe we can do this. Like, yes.
Sorry, you can't be a giant mega corporation and turn everything wholesome. It just doesn't work. There's facets to everything. Keep that shit to your shitty animated series and let the adults have their shows.
Yeah, the comics aren't wholesome. Like people get like murdered and maimed, and it's all kinds of violence in these things and stakes and all this other thing, but not like haven't watched Moon Girl. Like haven't watched some of the animated stuff. Haven't watched that, and I'm not saying that as to downplay it or be ignorant of the situation, or whatever. But like, it's different avenues, different channels. Like this isn't what we were sold. I'm not going to say promise. They can change whatever they want, but you're going to get the results you've been getting the last couple of years.
Yeah,
and there were still a bunch of kids.
Eventually, people are like they have been. People are just going to stop watching it and canceling Disney Plus. And you know, if you're going to keep making crap, basically, they've said in the past, they're like, well, we're going to keep doing what we want to do.
Yeah. How's that working out?
You know, you guys are going to just eat our shit. And now we're like, no, we're not. And people have stopped going to the theaters and people have stopped renting movies. And, you know, Gen Z prefers to watch YouTube and content on that than going to the movie theaters or watching Netflix or whatnot. Mm-hmm. So they need to figure out a way to get people back in the theaters, and making bullshit and thinking we're going to accept it is not the way they're going to do it. Sorry.
No, it's all right. We curse every week on this thing now, like over the frustration and
fuck these cunts.
There you go. Hey, welcome back. There you go.
I mean, if we put up a poll right now, how many people do you think would say yes if they're excited for Agatha?
Probably 0, maybe 5.
Yeah.
My friend worked on the what's it called? The costumes for it, and she didn't say anything like that.
The highlight of the day. So I saw the button on this shirt, and it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, we'll see. Uh-oh.
That too. That's how I feel.
I mean, is that one child? I mean,
yeah, that's one. He's turned up.
As soon as Jay gets off, he's going to be quiet. As
soon he's going to fall asleep. As soon as I get off.
Pep ate a half pints of ice cream today, and was running around in circles like NASCAR for an hour, and then she just passed out.
Hopefully, she keeps all that down. That's what I'm worried about. You know,
she passed out in the room.
Hopefully, it stays down. All right, so Deadpool, we're recommending to Jay. Go check that out as soon as possible.
I can't give my review.
You pretty much go ahead, give your prediction of the movie. Jay,
I got an honest review. What you talking about?
Okay.
My preemptive review.
Okay, let's hear it.
It was a wonderful experience. You know, it was a cinematic tour de force. The comedy was just so well written and crafted. You know, They were true journeymen of their craft. I really appreciate the time and care and dedication they put into giving us such beloved characters and such a authentic
Did you fall in love with all over again?
It was like the Notebook for comic book fans, you know.
So how would you compare this to Black? How would you compare this to Black Panther 2?
I ain't watched that bullshit.
All right. So listen. I got more good news depending on how you view it. So the Russos are coming back to direct the next 2 Avengers movies. How we feel about that? The directors that gave us Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity, and Endgame. We've had complaints about the Russos, but I have no issues with this. Yeah. This is it doesn't seem like they've done anything that's not true, but nothing as impactful since they left. Let's start with Jay, since he didn't have anything much to say in the last segment.
Yeah, I'm all for it. They gave us the best Black Panther. They gave us the best T'Challa, so I'm all for it. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't think any of their movies were bad. They gave us some of the best ones, and they arguably have the best one in Winter Soldier. So
they gave us good movies. They had some questionable choices, trying to cripple the Hulk and
the Hulk
and killing Iron Man. That was their idea. But overall, how much worse can it be than what's been happening? Right.
And then it's comic books. Death is only that's relative.
Yeah,
anybody can come back at any time.
And there's a multiverse and time traveling.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe if they use it right, that whole multiverse phase was awful. Megan, what do you think about the Russos coming back?
Happy. Hope they add some more people from Community back into for cameos for the next 2 movies.
I'm gonna leave.
So
okay. I'm gonna leave Rob for last because he's not gonna say what we're gonna say possibly. Mike, what do you think about the Russos coming back?
I'm cool with it, but they seem to have this thing about, like Jay was saying, about changing the characters, like as far as how they did the Hulk, had him limping, and had my man on the porch, what's his name, Thanos, just looking at the trees, and they have. It's like they want to kill things, like they want to end things. As long as they don't come in here trying to kill this guy and kill that guy off, they get the effect. I don't think they needed to kill Tony Stark. I don't think they need to try. it's like they tried to end the whole MCU with their movie. No, this isn't over, bro. Keep this thing going. I don't want them coming here with that. I don't have a problem with the whole multiverse thing yet. It still ain't really got to me. That's the only way I see them bringing back T'Challa or resetting the whole thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm cool with it. I wouldn't mind Jon Favreau coming back. You know,
he's needed in Star Wars though.
Ain't just dump Star Wars right now because ain't nobody happy.
There's no saving that shit right now, man. It's so bad.
Drop that. So.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go to Rob. Rob, what do you think about the Russos coming back?
Well, I know that they have put out some good stuff. Mm-hmm. My only concern is we're in the multiverse saga, which is featuring a lot of time travel, and arguably their time travel in Endgame is some of the worst that's ever shown up in media.
That's true. I forgot about that.
So, as long as they don't have to try to do some complex switcheroos and some time loopy stuff, I think they'll be okay. Mm-hmm. But then again, to Mike's point, they do have a history of just nerfing people for no reason, just for the sake of the story, and not letting the characters shine as they would. I mean, how much better would that fight in Endgame be if the Hulk was hulking out and just ravaging through those things, instead of being Smart Hulk? With his busted arm.
I read that they did that because they honestly didn't know what to do with the Hulk. I think their version of Captain America is probably the best. I think they overall Infinity War is I think they're good with handling a big cast, and usually the stories are pretty good with their movies. And I'm not as nervous for these Avengers movies coming up now with them at it, but I've had problems. I had problems with some of their choices too. Like I almost forgot about the time travel.
What's up with the time travel? What was the problem with that?
It was a dumb theory, like where your future. What was it? The past is your new future, and things you do in the past don't affect your future because your past is your new future.
It's like the same one as Dragon Ball. When Trunks comes back, he alters the timeline that he goes back to, but it doesn't affect the future that he came from. So when he goes back, it's still a destroyed world. He didn't save it, but he saved the one that he came back to. So it's like altering branches of timeline. That's basically like what, the ancient one said. When you alter it, you create a branch. Mm-hmm. And so when you travel back in time, you're not affecting the timeline you came from. You're affecting the new timeline that you entered into.
I prefer the Back to the Future. Time travel theory. Yeah, it's
have the Russos read some actual science fiction, and maybe read some Superman comics, because they know how to handle an overpowered character when there's other people like Batman in the scene.
You want to know how bad their time travel theory was? It made Christopher Reeve spinning the planet backwards, made that a more viable time travel answer than what they did. Okay, and that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Yeah. I'm just gonna fly. I'm gonna reverse the damn.
You're just gonna kill everybody on Earth, reversing the spin of the Earth. I'm sorry, that's not how that works.
I get that. But nobody complains about that. They're just like, oh, okay, But they, it's like, okay, all right, I guess,
I think that's nostalgia with Christopher Reeves. Nobody gets mad at Christopher Reeves movies.
Yeah,
no, they get mad at the Saran Wrap emblem and some of the other ridiculous powers that he had gotten,
like his laser eyes rebuilding the Great Wall.
That and he had he did something like where Nuclear Man lifted people in the air. He kind of looked at the people and then lowered them back down. It's just like
is the king of whatever power he needed at that time.
All the powers that he has, and they giving him new powers. It's like he doesn't have enough power to deal with this situation. But yeah, welcome back, Russos. We are happy that you're back. Some positive momentum. You got the Captain America, a good Deadpool / Marvel movie, and the Russos coming back. So some optimism there.
Yeah, it's just it reeks of desperation. That's them reaching into the well because they know shit's bad and they're going to go back to what worked in the past.
You can look at it that way, or you can. I don't know, the Russos
learning from their mistakes.
Well, that too. I don't know. Did the Russos decide they were leaving, or did Marvel make the decision for them? Because that was 3 years ago. Did they say they were done, or did Marvel just move on with?
I feel like they said they were done. I feel like they just like, this is our end of our story. We're done, and y'all have it.
And what have they done since?
Like, I don't know if that's what happened.
Gray Man?
Gray Man?
They produced the show on Amazon too. And I'm sorry, Mike. What was the last thing you said?
And they produced Everything Everywhere all at once. Okay.
What's the last thing you said, Mike?
I'm not real sure, but I just feel like they just, they were done. It felt like they told their story and they were done, and it just left Marvel to do whatever. And they really didn't leave an opening for Marvel to do much either. Marvel had to just.
That is true.
Use what they could.
They were the house guests that fucked the house up, and then it was like, okay, like we're leaving.
Spider-Man has to come back home to the house and be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Exactly.
It's like, dude, we had all these plans for Tony Stark in Phase 4. He's fucking dead.
Right. Exactly.
Speaking of that, did you hear the rumor that they're thinking of having a variant Tony Stark be
awful,
Dr. Doom?
Awful.
Or at least
run
it. Yeah.
Awful idea.
RDJ.
Awful. It's terrible. It's a terrible idea. It's awful.
It wouldn't make sense if it's supposed to take place in the 60s, though, because isn't it supposed to take place in the 60s? So wouldn't it be a variant?
The 60s of another universe.
Howard Stark?
Don't even go down there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like Victor is his own character. He doesn't need to be a rip-off Doom, and I'm sorry, like Doom doesn't need to be a rip-off Iron Man. Like, it's just don't do it. It's confusing. It's dumb. It's unneeded. It's just dumb. It's dumb.
Well, he's not even supposed to be in the movie, is he? It's supposed to be Galactus.
Well, there you go. So, yeah,
That's
Megan, you touched on that at the SDCC. Galactus, I think we all knew this. Galactus was revealed as, confirmed, I should think at this point, as the villain for Fantastic Four. I don't think anyone here is surprised by that. So we're hoping that, we get a good Galactus this time.
Did they reveal an actor, or is it just a corporeal voice?
I've heard names. I think the last name I heard was Antonio Banderas.
Oh.
Why not just? I know Pedro Pascal is already Reed Richards, but why not have him do the voice of that too?
I don't know. But that was in the rumor. That was so long ago, and then I haven't seen it since. That was the last name I saw attached to it.
I just saw Javier Bardem.
And who is that, Megan? Like, you're back in the house giving us all these names now. So,
Javier Bardem. Have you ever watched No Country for Old Men?
No, but tell us about it.
He's the big serial killer in that movie.
He's Penelope Cruz's husband.
Penelope Cruz. Okay. I know her, but not the guy. But okay. But we this is what we missed about Megan coming back. She gives actors names and shows that we're in. Like, we just say who's the guy. Right. Yeah, we're glad that she's back.
He was in Skyfall.
Oh, I got a picture of. Oh, I know who he is. I couldn't name a movie he paid me, but I've seen his face before.
Wasn't he in the new Little Mermaid? Isn't he King?
I didn't watch that. Yes, he was King Triton.
See, eventually he was in something we saw. Oh, now we know. Thank you, Megan. Already
You're
making
welcome.
the show better. Thank you. All right. So we're glad to have you back.
Movies.
Yeah, he was. That fourth one. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot who he was. He was another ghost sailor. I forgot which one. Okay, so I think that is it. No. Another more news from the Marvel front. Feige confirms Nova series is coming, and maybe we'll finally find out what happened before Infinity War. How Thanos got the gem, because it hasn't been addressed. He just went to the planet and grabbed the gem from the Nova Corps. We don't know if the planet's still there. We don't know not a damn thing. Excitement.
Is John C. Reilly still alive?
Yeah, is Glenn Close still there?
If you ask Glenn Close, she's like, I was in that movie. Excitement level from 1 to 10. What do you got, Megan, for this Nova series? It's going to be a show.
6.
Mike?
I just heard about it just now, so I guess 6 is... Hell, they don't even have Nova do anything in the comics, really. He was hanging out with the X-Men, but I don't know. Maybe it's 6. Just out of nostalgia.
Robbie?
Well, I'll give it a 6 for now, but if they try to release this shit around the same time Green Lantern comes out on Max, then I'm gonna lower the score.
So you went right where I was gonna go. Like for the longest, Nova was just by himself in the comics, and then towards the end, he had the core. Yeah. And I was like, this is a rip-off Green Lantern. I really don't care for. I have no excitement for a Nova show. Like I said, like I knew him from the New Warriors, and
that's the only time I care.
And Spider-Man.
Who would you want to play Nova?
Does not. See, let me give you my excitement level and then ask you that question. My excitement level is a 1. Okay? And so in the actor, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Are you sure?
Positive.
What if it's Ryan Reynolds?
Really love.
Oh, fucking sign me up! Like, all right, like he's
Nova and the Green Lantern,
right? Jay, so we were discussing Feige, talking about how there is a Nova series on the way. Nova Corps. Maybe we might find out how Thanos got the gem. Excitement level from 1 to 10. Like, what do you got when I tell you Nova series?
Depends on how they do it. Is it going to be just like? Is it going to focus on just? I forgot the main dude's name.
He mentioned Richard Rider. If it focused on just Rider in it, like what would you?
Or are they going to have that? Wasn't there like a black family of Novas?
I have no idea. You talking to?
There was like a family of Novas, right?
Wasn't it like a Elseworld,
I don't think it was the Elseworlds, or like a.
Was it the main 616? Well, I think I remember what you're talking about. I think
it was. It was like a whole little family.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a long. They leave that shit alone. I don't know, but I'm gonna change my excitement down to a 1. The more we talk about it,
I said 6.
That 6 was
just because it's like medium. Like I don't know anything about it, so I can't be super excited and I can't be super bummed out about it.
Yeah, it's the Nova Corps. It's like nobody really cares about the Nova Corps.
No, and I'm sorry, Jay. We said before you came back, the only time there was any kind of excitement for Nova was when he was with the New Warriors, not even the Corps. And I know there was a kid Nova. There was a younger. It was like a kid.
There was a kid Nova. Was a kid. The latest one was.
I think he was the one. Okay, yes. And I don't even know that kid's name.
And he had some kind of interaction with Blue Marvel at some point.
I finally saw Blue Marvel in the comics for the first time in like 2 years, maybe 3. He was in the Magneto Resurrection, and he got fight in the last issue. Well, other than that,
do they still have him in that funny vest,
the Reed Richards
collar?
Yeah, he's still in the little vest, and I don't even remember what he was working for, but he was just at some lab, and Storm showed up, and they opened up a door to the afterlife. It was weird. That Resurrection was trash, but it is what it is. I did get to see Blue Marvel first time in forever.
They need to take him out of that vest. That vest is corny.
Well, the Ultimates, when they were going through their thing with Fox, they couldn't really promote Fantastic Four, and the Ultimates were, to me, that's what they screamed, Fantastic Four, some of the things they were dealing with, and they made him Reed Richards looking all old with the vest and everything. So, All right, so we're gonna watch Nova if it's on TV and we're too tired to change the channel. Is that what I'm hearing?
Right. I mean, it's going to be on Disney Plus, so I'm not going to have that. So I'm not okay. So I guess my excitement level is 0.
Yeah, I would say so. You're not interested in anything that's coming out of that umbrella.
Yeah, they hurt my heart with what they've been doing to Star Wars. They've been Deadpooling it, like desecrating it.
Did you watch that pitch meeting video?
Blowing Star Wars back out.
Jay, did you watch that pitch meeting video? It is so perfect when they summarized the Acolyte. It's so perfect.
I forgot to watch it. I saw that. I saw the post up there.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
So bad.
It genuinely breaks my heart because like I see Star Wars T-shirts at like the store. I'm like, oh cool. I'm like, oh no. Like I used to
like my Star Wars stuff. I got all the Star Wars crap in the background. I got like the Art Deco stormtroopers in the back and the like impressionist R2D2 and I got the stormtrooper figure down. I got so much Star Wars stuff and it's just I'm ready to burn it. I'm ready to burn it.
Some interesting news you might find interesting. The Boys, that wrapped up 2 weeks ago. And that was a really big cliffhanger. It picked up for sure the second half of that season and was really gasping in shock with the last episode of that. So Gen V is coming back next year. There's news that they're coming out with a Boys prequel around Stormfront and Soldier Boy. Invincible season 4 is approved, and they're moving forward with that. Let me see. Halo.
Did they say who's for Gen V? Did they ever say who's replacing the guy who played Andre Anderson?
Yeah, I was talking to someone at my job, and they're going to write him out, and I'm like, they're probably going to recast.
Yeah, they have to because he was.
Yeah, it would probably be best. I mean, it's not like he, all due respect to the actor that passed. It isn't one of those situations where you need to recast or write a character out. And I don't really think that's the answer when an actor dies, to just write somebody out. I mean, of course there are exceptions, but no, you got to keep it going. Transformers 1 is getting positive reviews. I know we forgot that movie came out. I think was it this week? I think it was this week. Review says it's better than any live action Transformer movie the last couple of years. So that's a weird comparison since it's an animated movie too. So like you know, I can see it was another live action movie. But I'm still not going to watch it. What else we got? We got a Terminator series dropping on August 29th. Rob, do you have any additional information on that? That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's going to be on Netflix. I knew the studio that was doing it, and now I've forgotten what it was. But the animation is very slick, and it looks really good. Because, it's an animated series also. But, Netflix, it looks really good. The story, I'm trying to remember, something in the late 90s, somebody makes an alternative competitive version of Skynet under a different name, and it ends up causing the, Judgment Day again. That's about the gist of what I remember reading about it earlier, but it looks good.
Okay. I will watch that. Interest level, guys, Megan, with you? No interest? Not a Terminator gal?
I do, but the last few Terminator movies
I can understand.
Have been not great, and I'll wait till
You're not going to watch it. It's okay. You can tell us. You can tell us.
If one of you guys says, "Hey, it's worth watching," I will watch it. but I'm not going to preemptively watch it and be just disappointed again, like everything else I've watched in the last.
Gotcha. Just imagine it now. All those attempts to milk that franchise. Now imagine if it was under Marvel. Woo, that super.
We'd have
milk,
30 of them right now.
A cartoon series and Kid Terminators. And
it'd be a Terminator What If.
We have all that. It was comics. It was all like it was milked to death already. Dark Horse had comics. They had toys. They had all.
There was a TV show like 15, 20 years
Sarah Connor Chronicles, yeah.
No, I'm just saying it would be worse than what it is now. That series has been milked, and honestly,
put Marvel on that shit. Marvel wouldn't made it no better, no worse. No.
Honestly, that series has been dead since Terminator 2.
Yeah,
exactly. Since Terminator 2,
that was like the perfect ending, and then they just kept trying to.
Listen, man.
And the first Terminator was perfect. The second Terminator was great. Yeah, that was all we needed. We need no more from that.
Yep, that's it.
It's the gift, or it's the curse. Honestly, like you made a perfect movie. Like you can't follow that. You can't top it. Like it's just over. I was done after really the Christian Bale. No, you can't
replicate it.
I had a little bit of interest in Genesis. Because the timeline, like the timeline was all.
Was that
Christian Bale? Who was in
That's
this
the one that took place in the future.
No. This is when John Connor was a machine.
John Connor was a machine?
Yeah.
That's the one with Matt Smith.
Yeah.
When he's
and that one I had a lot of interest in. Yes.
Oh, and the girl from Game of Thrones.
Because the timeline, the timeline was all screwed up. Like Sarah Connor, she had a Terminator with her since she was a kid, and everything was weird. They didn't know who was making all these changes, and they axed that let's just say branch of reality, and they did the one with what's her name, Linda Hamilton, when she came back, and they went down that road. But I had interest in that, so I had to think about that for a second. I did have a lot of interest in that. But it's funny. We talked about animating everything a couple shows back, and like maybe that's a home for some of these things that have just died in live action, like where we have fatigue. Like just animate it, and maybe we'll take a look at it. Matt Reeves, his Batman will have a universe to itself called Batman Epic Crime Saga. I do not like this.
That's the dumbest title. What 5-year-old came up with that?
I don't like the title. I think that Batman. I can't think of the actor's name right now. I was about to call him Edward Cullen. Robert Pattinson. He should be the Batman for DC moving for. Yeah, he should.
All of DC.
I don't want multiple Batmans, and what do you guys think? Opinions?
Well, isn't the Penguin show coming out soon too? Oh, he looked so bad, Colin. You can't tell it's
no, you can't. Yeah,
looks so crazy.
What do you think about them moving forward with this as a separate universe?
I don't mind it. Batman's one of those characters where there needs to be one that stays grounded and doing their own thing in a world without aliens and Kryptonians and stuff like that. Keep it a little more street level, and then there should be an existing Batman. Yeah, and then there should be an existing Batman that hangs out in space all the time. Just like the dichotomy between like Justice League Unlimited and Batman the Animated Series. I think it's good as long as they stick to it and just keep him in his own little thing. Keep his movies tight knit. He stays in Gotham City. He fights, his usual rogues gallery. There's no portals opening up with Brainiac coming through and some other shit.
Yeah. No MVS type stuff.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people when they heard that Matt Reeves had interest in Mr. Freeze, they're like, oh, that might be a little too too on the superpowered level for this kind of Batman. But again, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So while we're on the Batman topic, what's his name? Glenn Powell is rumored to be the next Batman. If you saw
Twisters,
what's the movie? Twisters and Maverick. He was one of the pilots there. That's where I know him from. This comes after, and this comes on the heel of him saying that he would only play Batman. He didn't really have any interest in. I think it was Green Lantern. He was being asked about Hal Jordan. So he is in the running apparently. So there's that.
He was in Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises as who? Okay.
Random person.
Okay.
Probably one of the cops.
I have to go back and look now. So there was Ryan Coogler. I hope I'm saying that right. His vampire movie starring Michael B. Jordan is done. Will release in March of 2025. I think I'll take a look at that.
That's not Nosferatu, is it?
I don't know what the title is. I don't know. 24. Any fans of 24 here? Early development for a 24 movie. Last time we saw Jack Bauer, I think the Russians had grabbed him. I think it was a trade with Chloe, and like he's been off the grid since. What else?
Wasn't there? But there was a different
without
24
him.
TV show too.
Yeah, we don't talk about that show. I don't see the point of having 24 without Jack Bauer. Let's see what else we got. So I did see a post, and we kind of talked about this before. There was a Mount Rushmore for Marvel animated shows. Now, the shows that were listed were X-Men 97, Spider-Man 94. I think we can all agree on that one. And Spectacular Spider-Man. I've never seen that one. And Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Now, I'm glad they picked that version instead of one that came after Avengers Assemble, which I do not like. Any cartoons you think should have been put up there?
What was this for?
This was Mount Rushmore for Marvel animated shows. What would you? Does that sound pretty accurate to you, Mike, or would you add or remove any of those?
Are we including Men in Black? Was Men in Black a Marvel comic?
I thought that was. Was that Marvel or these?
It was. I think it was Marvel. If we include Men in Black, I put Men in Black in there.
Men in Black was
unless they're looking for like Marvel core superheroes. They're looking for that, then all right, whatever. But I put Spectacular over the regular Spider-Man. Spectacular with Spider-Man was the truth. Just the theme song of Spectacular Spider-Man was the truth.
Okay, I've never seen that one. Is that the one when he was kind of working with S.H.I.E.L.D.? Which one is that? No, that wasn't that.
I couldn't tell you the storyline. All I know is is the theme song. That's all I can give you. But I know I remember that better than the one that showed up at the end of 97. I like that one better.
Okay. Jay, did you catch that one? The Mount Rushmore of Marvel.
I caught a little bit of the list.
So it was X-Men 97, Spider-Man 94, Spectacular Spider-Man, and Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero version.
Not the original X-Men cartoon?
No, the 97 one, the one that just dropped.
That's only one season, though. Does it really deserve to be on Mount Rushmore?
Yes.
What if it falls off?
I would put that over the other cartoons. It was.
You would?
Especially since isn't the producer of What If?
He's going to take it over a third season, I think. Yeah, I don't.
It might fall off hard.
It's definitely going to drop.
Well, what if not 97? What would you put there?
I might.
Spidey and Amazing Friends.
It's okay.
No, that's
Sorry,
not
I
bad.
watched
That's not. No, it's not. That would be
That's
the
not
Spider-Man
bad.
I would go
X-Men.
to. Yeah.
That's the first time I saw the X-Men was on Spider-Man Amazing Friends. That's the first time I saw it.
I wouldn't mind putting the original X-Men cartoon up. The original 90s X-Men.
Yeah.
I mean,
What about
that was
Evolution?
the inspiration for 97.
Yeah.
It was
basically a continuation of 97.
And it was dope. Like I watched it all the way through with the kids at some point. I was like, let me turn this on. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot it was all right. Like, I mean, it looks a little dated, but it was still pretty decent.
I think I can't really think of anything else. Like Marvel's success with animated shows is outside of Spider-Man. Yeah, outside of Spider-Man.
Evolution. Did y'all watch X-Men Evolution?
I did not.
Yeah, that's not on the Mount Rushmore though.
No.
I put Hulk Agents of Smash above that.
Oh, good. Granted, I haven't seen that.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It was entertaining.
How about Phineas and Ferb Marble Mission?
I don't know that one.
It's just an episode of Phineas and Ferb.
Another season of a good season of Marvel Girl. Maybe I'll put it top 10, top 5. What did Moon Girl? God, Marvel Girl. No, not that. Moon Girl for sure. But I don't have any problems with this. I'm just happy they did not do Avengers Assemble cartoon, because that cartoon will make you hate Tony Stark. He's just so fucking annoying, and that the guy doing his voice, and I hate Tony now. Okay, freestyle time. I want to go first. I watched a very good show on Apple, Presumed Innocent, with Jake Gyllenhaal, and it was a movie. Yeah, right. It was based on a book. Now, having watched the movie as many times as I have, Raul Julia was in the original one, and he kept saying the phrase "spermicidal jelly" over and over, and with his accent, it made it like 10 times funnier. So like Raul Julia was so good in that role. Like it's not like something that he wasn't a leading man or anything. He came in towards the end of the movie. But I watched the show, and
what movie was this?
Presumed Innocent.
Okay.
And it was during that craze when they were making movies out of all these crime and courtroom type dramas. But with this one, I was watching the show, and I was like, "Oh, I'll watch this. I know how it's going to end." And like a couple episodes in, it's they have different twists and turns. And the last episode came out last Wednesday. I was getting up early before work to watch it. This is how much I like the show. I was getting up like 5:30. I was watching it in my living room at 6, and I was leaving the house at 7. I didn't know what was going to happen until like the last 15 minutes of the whole series. Like, it's very good. If you're looking for something like that, something a little different, check that out. It was 8 episodes. It was very, very, very good. Jake Gyllenhaal, like he's creeping up the ladder for me for actors. Like, the beginning of this year started with Roadhouse, and he was one thing, and he was in this show, he was something else. So like, starting to see some versatility from him. Every time I see a movie with him in it, like I'm not upset I watched the movie. So if you guys have Apple, like, you should check that out for sure. It's very good show. You guys got anything else going on in your?
Did we talk about the Gina Carano stuff?
Let's talk about it.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I don't have all the details, but apparently, the judge dismissed Disney's bid to dismiss the case.
Yep.
So I guess they're going into discovery, which is, I guess Disney probably doesn't want to. Yeah, they don't want people to see all that stuff, I would imagine. So
especially
it's interesting.
Yeah, her claim is pretty legitimate. I mean,
yeah,
obviously you can't if you're under contract and it says in your contract you can't speak out the way you do, then Disney has a thing. But at the same time, Pedro Pascal was also, but he was saying basically the same things, but as on the leftist side, where she was. So she's claiming it discrimination because of her conservative views, and whereas Pedro Pascal faced no retribution for his tweets, which were similar, just obviously on the opposite political spectrum. So that kind of stuff not going to look good for Disney if that comes out in Discovery.
Because they're going to look at everything. They're going to look at emails and phone records.
All the internal stuff. Yeah.
Who went to Epstein Island?
Why people are selling shares.
Oh, yeah. What's his name? What's the largest shareholder? He liquidated all his Disney shares.
Perlmutter.
I saw
liquidated all of his shares,
I saw that, but he's like 100 years old. Maybe he's going to get a good funeral,
Nah, he's trying to take over the board.
Yeah.
So people are saying he's trying to.
That dude ain't.
Yeah, he's trying to. I guess not make money, but
make some money, get some capital, or
he's trying to influence the stock price, I guess, to make it drop so low that there could be a takeover.
Because I guess can have a head seat on the board. Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess Elon Musk has like a big beef with Disney.
Oh, geez, he's got a beef with everybody.
Well, he's funding Gina's campaign, or her lawsuit.
I think he is.
Yeah.
So people are speculating that if the stock price gets low enough, that he'll buy back his stock, and Elon will come in and buy a bunch of it too.
That makes no sense because the Caranos are so goddamn rich; they do not need Elon Musk's money. No. They make so much money from all their casinos and hotels.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I forgot they have one.
Yeah, they own almost all the downtown casinos in Reno.
Really?
Yeah, they own Caesars, anything related to Caesars. And they're not hurting for money.
She's not, upset like poor because she can't do these movies.
It's interesting though.
She's doing her right-wing movies. I mean, why is she upset? She's doing what she wanted to do. She's on Breitbart or wherever the fuck the guy who doesn't want to wife.
Wait a minute.
That's what Shapiro.
The mic woke up.
Something along the lines of women shouldn't be wet. And
wow.
Shapiro, something he said. He's a special kind of dude.
He's a wild dude.
Swear to God.
He got beat up in high school. He looks like he got smacked around.
He's getting beat up now.
This is who again? This is the guy that's selling stock?
No.
No, this is the guy.
He went around kind of fast. I got lost.
We definitely went down a rabbit hole with that one.
Yeah, a twisty rabbit hole at that.
We ended up on Breitbart and Shapiro.
And 9 coming wives. I was like, wait a minute. How did we get here?
And does anybody know how to pronounce Elon Musk's son's name? What the hell is that name pronounced?
Oh, I don't.
Or just the symbols?
I've heard it, but I don't remember off the top of my head what it is. Yeah, it's probably some sort of onomatopoeia for sure.
Right? It's just the fax noise. That's how you pronounce it.
Yes.
What's up, modem screech?
Right?
It's like you've seen the skit with Key and Peele when they're talking about the names for the East and West football.
Yes.
Well, it's the dolphin screech. That's how you correctly pronounce the name.
Man.
Jay, are you still playing First Ascendant?
I am. I'm trying.
Y'all talk about that. Yeah, y'all talk about this.
The Destiny Killer.
Yeah,
the Destiny Killer. That probably won't kill it.
No.
What are they calling it now? They're calling it the Thirst Descendant. That's what they're calling it now. Because all the girls got some booties in there, man. I'm telling you.
Especially the Ultimate version. Did you see they announced the Ultimate Velby, and she looks like
they spent some time modeling those cheeks, man.
A swimsuit with a bionic backpack on, and that's
whenever you teleport into the main hub, you just see a whole bunch of booty cheeks.
It's just
staring
ass
at you
everywhere. The camera is perfectly lined up with ass.
Right? It's hilarious.
It really is, honestly.
They're like, spare no expense on the gluteus. Mine look better. Better!
Yeah, so I...
Make it jiggle.
If they had jiggle physics, that would be ridiculous.
I haven't started working on any of the Ultimate people yet, but I'm like 3 trophies away from Platinum.
Wow, you're crushing it.
But I think I might stop after that because the end game is so infuriating.
Just grinding.
Well, here's let me lay out this grind for you. So there's a piece I want to get for a gun. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to farm this area that has like a minute cooldown, takes like 30 seconds, and I have a 20% chance to get the item. Okay, and now say I get like 5 of those, I have to then farm another thing with a completely different character because the character I want to play doesn't have the right elements.
Oh yeah, you got to
so
do
I have
to
switch
things.
and I have to farm up a bunch of materials to then go to another thing to summon a boss, and then that boss will give me a thing where I can open the thing I opened earlier, and I have like a 3% chance to get it. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. This game is completely designed to piss you off into buying the stuff that's in the store.
Right.
And it's $20 fucking dollars for the thing that I want, and I'm not spending $20 for that.
Yeah, I complained about this Destiny, but the buying a key for the raids. This is way worse than that.
Yeah, and it's funny because I think it's Nexon is the name of the company that made this. They have been sued twice and have lost twice for posting false drop rates on items in the game and in loot boxes. And honestly, it feels like this shit's fucked anyway. It's so... I mean, there's a few of them that have like really high drop chances, and I've gotten the ones with like 1% before I've gotten the ones that have like 40% chance drop rate. It's... yeah.
But it's crazy because the game is good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The action's good. The characters move really well. They have some weight behind them.
They need to find a different way to monetize it.
Yeah. I mean, we're still technically in the pre-season, so first season I think comes out August 1st or something. And they'll
we got 35 days left or something.
Yeah.
What about you, Quincy? You trying to come on? You want to try it out?
Nah, I was happily playing Destiny today.
Only halfway. Take the other half and play some First Ascendant.
Nah, I got NCAA. I'm playing that too.
You and Biden playing college football, right? He quit right after that came out.
Yeah, right. This game's been gone for over 10 years, man. Anybody that knows NCAA is way better than that. And
yep.
EA is doing that, right?
Yeah. They're pretty legit when it comes to...
It can't be that much better than Madden, man.
No, it is.
It is?
It's always been better than Madden. Yeah, going back to PS2 games, it's like 2 different games.
I always like 2K better than Madden.
Well,
it's gone.
Yeah, well, you're a Dreamcaster, so
yeah.
I dig.
How much money do you think those college students are making for their likenesses? Probably nothing.
They can,
yeah, something like that.
A free copy of the
game. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's good that they, that they're getting something for it now. These schools make enough money off of them, and I'm glad the game's back. Whatever. And what else y'all got? Mike, what you got, man?
Just reading comics. I'm trying to play Spider-Man 2, but I can't. I'm on like 6%. I can tell you that exactly where I'm at. He did a flashback with Harry when they broke into school.
Oh yeah, those can be annoying.
That's a snoozer, man. I don't like them. Yeah. I finished it, but I'm like, I'm done for a while. It's been like a week since I picked it back up.
Keep going, please keep going.
It's like I gotta force myself. I was like, it's 2 feet away from me. I just don't care.
I don't want to spoil any of the story, but like, it's such a great story. Like, it's just keep going. and alternating between Miles and Spider-Man and Peter is actually pretty good.
Is that a game that you can just blast through the story and then do all the side stuff later, kind of thing? Or do you kind of have to do it as you go?
I'm trying to remember. There are side stories, a lot. Jay, did you play Spider-Man 2?
No. I don't have a PS5.
I think Terrence played it.
I'm Xboxing it. I'll probably get a PS5 soon, though.
Yeah, you need to get off of that Xbox, man.
Man, well, the only reason I'm going to do it is because they're screwing up Game Pass now. So
yeah, what did they double the price and then made it to where you can't have day one new releases on the lower tier?
Yeah, they made it ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
The only reason they have an Xbox is for Game Pass, and they're screwing it up.
I love how Microsoft makes everybody pay for their giant merger purchases. Because they did that shit with Apex Legends, too. They just screwed up their whole Battle Pass system, too, and pissed everybody off.
How did they mess that one up?
It's the same thing. I don't remember the details, but I know they increased the price, and they made it to where you can't earn it by playing the game like you used to be able to.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think they just caved and reversed that last decision, so it might not be as bad as it is, but they definitely raised the price.
Okay. Okay, all right. Megan, you watching, reading anything?
What have I been up to?
On?
I've been watching a lot of anime. Campfire Cooking in Another World is my new favorite. I absolutely love it. I'm all the way up to date with
You're
One
part of the
Piece.
club now?
Reading both the and I've been watching the subtitled, so I have watched
You went in
all of One Piece. I have read I'm read all the manga up till recently, so I am completely up to date with One Piece. That's thousands of episodes that I have watched. Over 1,000. Over 1,000 episodes. Yeah. And I've recently got really into K-dramas.
Some of them pretty good.
Sounds really weird, but Lovely Runner is coming out because I got Vicky, which is like a K-drama Netflix type thing, and there's one called Lovely Runner that's coming out on Netflix August 1st. That is fantastic. I recommend it to anybody. Like it's not dubbed, it is subbed, but it's romantic, it's funny, it's time travel, it makes you feel good too. So, and the music's good. So, yeah, that's what I've been watching K-dramas, anime, reading manga. I was playing a video game.
Now you got to talk about it. What were you playing?
That doesn't count.
Mobile game that I got. No. That I got a little too.
I was about to say it's like Candy Crush or something.
War Survival.
Shadow Legends over there.
No, this was like I was on Discord and we had like raids and like I'd have to be up at like 2 a.m. to like help take over land. It just got too much. It got too much, and I just after I hit level 29, which took forever, I'm like, I'm done. And I left my alliance, and I was like, just hit me, take all of my stuff, and I deleted it off my phone. Yeah, I got all my people were all the way leveled up. Like I was like I was in one of the higher ranks. I was in the number 2 guild. It was just like, it was a whole thing. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's too much time. It's taking, like, I have to, like, I'm on Discord chats every day discussing, like, strategies on how we're going to take over land in different, like, channels. And it was just, it became too much. And I was like, I'm done. So, I can't keep doing this.
Steven hasn't talked you into playing Destiny with him at all?
I have motion sickness. What is it? I can't play. I can no longer play those kind of video games, which is really disappointing. Because I get, what is it? There's an actual term for it, but I get motion sick playing it, and I can only watch the screen for like 15 minutes before I start getting nauseous, which is really disappointing.
Give me one of those drowsy Dramamine.
I can't tell you how much gamers. I really want to play. Like, well, I could play on a
like VR.
What's it called? I could play on a like a like a handheld game, like my Switch. So I could play with that fine, but if it's anything on a big screen, I get vertigo and I get real sick. So it's disappointing. I can't play, a bunch of games that I really, really would like to play. Like I would love to play Destiny. Like Steven constantly tells me about like the lore and everything. I'm like, that sounds so interesting. But I stand there for 15 minutes watching him play the game. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And I walk upstairs because I'm like nauseous. So he just tells me what happens. Like he shows me like clips that are on YouTube, and like sometimes he gets really excited. He's like, so this just happened. I'm like, okay, just.
Oh yeah, he's on the night shift. I forgot.
So.
All right.
And tomorrow we're having Ghostbusters Day because the new Ghostbusters movie came out on Netflix. So we're gonna watch the first two Ghostbusters. We're not watching the Paul Feig one with the girls because I don't love that one. And then we're gonna watch the last two Ghostbusters. And
hopefully
you
brick oven.
I don't have a brick oven, but I do have a portable pizza oven that I've been every week. I've been making pizzas. Like I make my own crust. I shred my own cheese. Tomorrow is barbecue chicken pizza. I've already barbecued the chicken. Controversial. I've got pineapple, but it's because it's barbecue chicken pizza. If it like regular pizza, no pineapple. Barbecue sauce with smoked mozzarella, cheddar, and Gouda, with barbecue chicken, red onion, pineapple.
The jury's out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It sounds good, but pineapple just is heresy.
It's delicious. I completely agree with you. Pineapple is very iffy when it comes to that. If I could call it something other than pizza, I would call
barbecue
it flatbread.
flatbread.
There we go. Barbecue chicken flatbread. Yeah, I'm making a barbecue chicken flatbread with smoked mozzarella, smoked cheddar, and Gouda.
Well, hopefully it comes out very well.
So.
And
I guarantee it.
You guys got anything else? We're gonna wrap it up. Like that was a fast hour and 22 there. Well, we missed you.
Right?
I missed you guys.
Make sure you come.
I'm so happy to
make
be
sure
back.
you stay with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. My joints are working
take
again.
Take the physical therapy. Get ready for your podcast, and we appreciate you coming and giving us actors' names instead of us saying that guy.
And having to Google it real quick.
Right. We gotta get back. I know the Oracle. There you go, Rusty. But we're glad you're back, and we. Oh, there's the dog.
Still up here.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. Dog.
Oh, that reminds me of Deadpool.
The licking of the mouth.
So many dog kisses. So I hate it.
All right,
so
we're
gross.
gonna end it there.
Stop licking mouth.
Make out with the dog.
All right, guys, we will be back as soon as we went through a whole lot tonight, and as soon as there's news, we'll be back, and we're gonna sign off now. To the listeners that we have, once again, suggest us to some other people, some other nerds, some other whatever we call them, and have them check us out. And what is it, July 26th?
What are you coming, Mike? Your beard is like
what little bit
number
of beard
one.
I got, sir.
It's less than a 1.
Look, sir, I'm proud of my little raggedy beard, sir.
It's like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Sir, This is you
He's all proud of that little thing.
I can still brush my hair, sir.
Yeah, you need a brush.
One of those brushes, like the.
Hey, he's combing his hair too. Your hair is almost as bald as mine. Get him. You need a brush, man. I'll mail you a brush.
No brush near me, sir.
Okay, because that comb ain't do it. Those teeth ain't going through nothing. It's just sliding across your skin.
They're massaging your face. That's all you got.
A lot of hate they're going toward my manly beard.
All right. So we're going to end it there with the good vibes. And people, we will see you later. Peace.
Bye.